What's up, YouTube? Back again. Hey, look, this video is going to be about the stock market and what 3 stocks that I'm buying that are actually strong. Because these people are just telling you stocks that they think are going to go up. No, I don't have time to be guessing. Have I did that in the stock market before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody at the beginning phase, we took some guesses. People are still making guesses later on. I've seen Wall Street do it all the time. Cool. But the thing is, I don't have to guess on these 3 stocks right here I got in my portfolio. The first one is Robinhood. Literally. And when I said I was making mistakes, here's the first mistake, and a perfect money mistake at that. Robinhood, when I first got into the stock market, Robinhood was a new platform. I signed up everything. Cool. I had bought the stock when it was $9 a share. I didn't know Robinhood was new. I was new to the stock market. I didn't know when I first started dollar cost averaging was new. You had to buy a whole share years ago. It wasn't you could spend $10 a day unless it was $10 a share, And I'm like, okay. But I'm sitting there listening and looking at other stuff too, dividends and all of this at the time. So you'll understand. Robinhood, $9, $12, I'm buying it. Not realizing, I'm thinking this platform is just not gonna, because I'm looking at the other platforms out there. Robinhood wasn't that big in 2021. I'm telling you, 2020 to be exact. 2020. Cool. I'm sitting here buying all my stocks, Carvanas, the things I named, Bank of America at that time, Apple, nothing wrong with the stocks I was buying. But I didn't realize Robinhood was about to power up, as you know now, power up right in front of me. And that's years ago. And look at it now. It literally beat earnings, but it went down. This morning, it probably was like at 120. It was literally at 140, around 135-ish, but you get the math. Cool. From $12 and $9, I seen it at, but you had to wait years for that money. This is not trade options. This is not doing leaps or any of that. This is literally just putting in. You could have put in $1,000 and bought it at $9 a share. Now let's do the math on now that is $100 and something a share. That's how you make the money in the stock market. Anything they're telling you beyond that, the trade options and stuff is, if you learn it, cool. It's a good skill to learn. I would never take nothing from it. I love it because I might do some leaps. So I can't say I won't, but I know 90% of my game plan is just keep buying long term, taking profit, putting more profit into different new stocks that I really like and can tell that's moving. Not, I'm just going to take a guess on some of these quantum stocks people naming, so many AI stocks people, all these IPO and companies. It's Wild Wild West right now. But if you know what you're doing and stick to your game plan, it's not. So Robinhood, and it's at 120 something right now. I'm still going to keep, I got in around 80. So come on now. So I seen the mistake I made, but I'm like, I'm a part of Robinhood platform. Why wouldn't you own what you're buying the stocks off? And I see how, bro, they didn't have sports gambling on there. They have all of that now. Parlay picks. Not saying it's good or bad, but they're giving other people room to come in. And if you already do trade options, why not make a pick? I seen it and I'm like, some of this ain't even some. This shit is gambling. If you're long-term investing and just putting up your money, that's not gambling to me. Can you make some mistakes in long-term investing? Yeah, if you're not staying on your P's and Q's, not taking profit, of course. But I've never seen nothing long-term really go wrong, especially the stocks I've owned in the past couple of years. Amazon's, Alphabet, aka Google, Tesla, you name all of the Mag 7, other than I don't own Meta. Things like that, bruh, profit. And I got those in 2020. So when people were talking about the bear markets, the bull markets, I was still just holding on. Keep buying more. My next one, NVIDIA. I got an NVIDIA before it split, so don't think this is... and I took it from my Carvana profit. If you know, you know. NVIDIA ain't going nowhere. NVIDIA is literally making world records in the stock market, trillion-dollar companies. Like, they were the first. We're watching it in real time. Like, I remember my friend, when it split, we seen it, $1,000 split. I got my little extra shares, whatever. But he literally said it, and I believe it. It's going to have of course, it's going to have another split. I'm loading up right now. The price this morning was $190. I usually been seeing it at $180, $170. If you know, past couple weeks, months. But I seen it also go to 200. That was you fooled me once, cool. Fool me twice, no. That's just on you. You can't get fooled. I've gotten fooled once in the market on a couple stocks. It be the ones you're looking at. All right. Are you going to make the move? If you don't make the move, the market's going to show you should have made the move when it was time. Or you're just going to regret it. But NVIDIA, bro, why wouldn't you want to own one of the most strongest chip companies out here? Literally, what would you be? Other than NVIDIA, this next stock I'm going to name is up there with NVIDIA. But other than these type of companies, what are you buying? I hope you're not buying those little penny stocks compared to this when you could just dollar cost your average. I understand they be $200-$300 a share. Cool. Bro, I dollar cost my average way in and I took profit and started taking profit and it balances out. I started getting shares and it started multiplying with the dividends. But it's being smart and actually having a game plan with it. NVIDIA not going nowhere no time soon for how strong. Bro, I'm looking at NVIDIA investing in so many companies right now. The monopoly is just getting stronger. Why don't you have a monopoly in your portfolio? Why aren't you trying to build one? Of course, you know what they say, but in real life, if you're not playing monopoly, gaining assets, I promise, move around. Get some motion. Learn business, because these are the ways to actually get rich. Working your 9 to 5, can you make money in it? Of course. Can you invest? Yes. But is the 9 to 5 going to get you rich? That's where I see it. And I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I see that's where it goes wrong. This next stock, Broadcom. I could have told you about 4 to 5 more strong stocks. But just these three. Broadcom, NVIDIA, and Broadcom pays a dividends too. NVIDIA does too. The thing about Broadcom, I knew when I bought Broadcom over a year, maybe about 2 years now. Probably about 2 years now, I've owned Broadcom. I got it in around like 160. And now it's at 300 and something. But the thing of how I got into Broadcom, I was looking at strength in my portfolio. I was looking at how can I speed my portfolio. I was buying REITs, dividends. Cool, wasn't nothing wrong with that. That was a strategy. I was buying real estate, realty income. That's what I meant to say, realty income. I was buying stuff like that. I still own a few, but not as many. Sold all of that. I sold realty income, and that's one of the top REITs you could buy for dividends. But guess what? Broadcom outperformed that by how much? Realty income might still be around. And this is me making, you can go check it. So you know I ain't making this up. Probably between $50 to $55. Maybe the market's in a bear market. So I know it's probably, you see? Man, Broadcom surpassed that so many. And I knew it. But I was just going off the original how I started. They tell you, get your dividends. And I'm like, I'm not worried about all of that. That's cool. Dividends is a bonus. It's about having your account. How can you make it as strong as possible to where nothing can mess it up? Like Warren, it hits me now, and I'm saying it out loud so you know I'm not making this up. You need to have a moat. You need to have that night you know anything comes, is taking it out. What do you have in your portfolio to do that? If I was to go through half my portfolio, you couldn't mess with. Yo, honestly, if I'm being realistic right now, in the stocks I name all the time, 90% strongest, and the rest is dividends. And you got to have some of that in there. So like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what's your strongest three that you're going to buy or you're buying right now. I want to know what you guys are buying, and I'm going to start naming some more.